Okay, so today we're going to start on completing all the stars. I was trying to get them all done in episode 40, but it's too many of them. It's going to take too long. So I'll do as many as I can in around 40-ish minutes. And the only other thing I want to do this episode, I'll put this at the very end, is I'm just going to collect all of these and just play them in order from 1 to however many there are. So you could, when I get to that part in the video, I'm not going to talk anymore. You can just skip that if you're not interested in it. But we're back at this star, which had the picture of this guy looking with this way at the background. So I'm assuming, like I said earlier, it was a lever or a switch that I have to hit that I just didn't see, probably obscured in this direction. It has to be a switch. All those X's have to be switches. Because the only other switches I did was with the 2, 4, 7, 8 puzzle. Well, I guess you can call it puzzle. Star. So at least I know trying to look for a switch now. See? Knew it. There's switches. So that's good to know, because there's like 3 other ones.
If the fool persisted in his foolishness, would he become wise?
And I believe this other one was a green connection. So that might take a while to figure out. And I remember it facing in an odd angle, like away from most of the puzzles. So unless there's something extra laying around that I didn't see that can connect up to it or give me an extra angle, I don't know. I want to get this one. Yeah, so green connection right here. Where in this direction? Like, I mean, I can see it from here, so... Is there green in here? No, I don't think there was. I believe I ran through here before. I don't remember whether I showed it or not. I definitely did run in here. I'm just not sure where I can get green from, because it's not here, because it's only red and blue. Back here is an option, but I believe I checked this, but it's down in the ground, so I really can't get an angle on it. Or it's surrounded by these rocks. I think that might have been what it is. But I'm still going to check. So just red and blue. I don't see green. I see the portal maker. Connector. There's no, like, hidden thing here. I feel like this one's going to be very hard for me to get. I want to try to go in order, but I don't know if I can, really, because it's just, there's going to be so many obscure ones to me that I don't know if I can get. It would just take too long. I only have a certain amount of time to record, so... Well, what about this one? It's in the general direction, I'd say. I mean, we gotta find one that has green, right? Oh, still red and blue. Is it this one? It might be. Once I find the entrance. Eventually. Did I run past it? Am I blind? Am I stupid? Where the hell is the entrance to this? Oh my god, it was right here. Reconnected. Nope, this one did not have green. Ah, there we go. Okay. That's something. Let me try to follow that line. It's very hard to see. And I'm assuming if I could probably see that from the first map I went into. Grab the connector. Just gotta get the green from wherever this is taking me. I believe that leads to... Wait, no, that's not it. I thought that was something, but it leads over this. It's very hard to see. Plus I play on like the lowest settings you could possibly can, so... Not the easiest thing to see in the sky. Okay, so connection here. It has to be here, where it's going to have some type of green color. There and back again. Okay, wait, where is that at exactly? That was like right, yeah, that right there. Actually, I shouldn't do that. There was, it was over here, wasn't it? Yeah, the RGB. That's what it was. I was grabbing the wrong item. Okay, I can get that. Let me get blue right here. Seeing if there's an angle. There is. Okay. Let me run 5 miles back to make sure this connects all the way.
Horses are broken, not taught. That is the way of humankind.
Okay, so that's the first quadrant done. Completely, of stars and all the other stuff. Now we are at Desolate Island. We have C-A-T. Cat. I don't understand. I'm gonna be so sad if I have to run back and forth across this whole damn map 5 times, because it's such a pain getting here. Also, I have like 2 question marks I never did, which I gotta do those as well here before we leave. It's called Cat. What do I have to do? Is this another lever? This is gonna take a very long time. So let me try to get a sense of where I'm at here. It's kind of hard to figure out, really. Okay, so aiming out this way. Say it would be like straight ahead. I'm to the left, it seems, like up here. So over there is a C. Maybe that's what that question mark is? Can I go this way? Please tell me I can go this way. I'm not going to die, right?
There's an old saying about how, in the end, the sea will claim everything. I have no doubt that this is true. In the long history of the human species, entire regions have disappeared under the waves. Places like Beringia and Doggerland still echo in our cultural memories. But we shouldn't forget that life began in the sea. We are the children of the sea. And it's not through floods and ruin that the sea will claim everything, but through us.
So it's a poem thing. I'm not reading that at the moment. I will in a second. So what is the sea? Is it like a symbol that I gotta touch? Is it like spelled out? Like it's gonna say sea on a wall or something? Maybe it's, is it in here? You may read this if you want to.
Now, I have to talk science fiction for a bit because I love science fiction, but it drives me nuts. There's this cliche that shows up over and over, and every time someone uses it, everyone pretends it's really profound. It goes something like this. A scientist invents something good, but, oh no, it's actually really bad. You could have something that makes your life better, but no, you can't. How dare you even want it? That's hubris. That's playing God. And it's never anything that reflects the real world, right? It's never, oh no, you invented a vaccine for cervical cancer. Oh no, you invented a new class of antibiotics. Oh no, you cured malaria. How dare you? Those diseased mosquitoes are way more important than human lives. How did science fiction become so reactionary? You know, if we all thought this way, you guys wouldn't even exist. At least Alex agrees with me. She has good taste.
Okay, I ran all the way back to that. And I think this is where A is. I'm not going in order, but I believe this is where A is. I don't even know what the hell I'm looking for at this point. The map is too damn big to be doing something like this. It takes forever to get from one side to the other, so I feel like if I miss something, what am I even doing this for? If I miss something, I go all the way back. It is painful. Is it like a switch? Like the other ones? Checking the inside of the puzzle first, you never know. Because like that one puzzle, it kind of scared me. I forgot that was in this puzzle. Like the one puzzle where a little side area opened and I can grab a connector. I'm wondering if something like that happened here, or it opened like another area and I didn't see it at the time. Alright, time to check the outside of the puzzle. Anything? Anything back here? Oh, can I make this? Oh shit, almost fell off. Oh, what is that? Just part of the wall? Why have I not seen that anywhere else? Sticking out. Oh no, there's one here too. Wait. No, that has to be some. What the fuck is this? It's a pattern? It's like those, the ones on the ground I had to press. How am I gonna know what the hell the pattern is? Don't tell me I gotta go all the way back. I should have... Don't tell me there was something on that. I really should have taken a picture of that, because if I need to look at it again, I gotta go all the way back to see that. How do I know? Well, let's just start pressing shit. Brute force it, why not? There's only about 1 million combinations I can get for this. Eventually I'd get it. That's very obscure. We may be skipping this till later. I can't be bothered to fucking run around like a maniac for 20 minutes just to come to this and be like, what do I do? So, well, at least I know what I'm looking for now. This is going to be painful. Oh my god, I just figured out what the combination was in the keypad in my head. I had to make the letter, didn't I? God damn it. Well, I'll get that next episode. I'm not going back there now to do it. Shit. I'm going out of order because I saw there was a similar one here, I remember. I don't remember if this had X's or some other shit to it, so... Plus it was somewhat of a smaller level. So I was just going to do that before I ended my search. Wait, was it this one? Yeah, it was. Okay, it's just the X's. Okay, so there's one down in that area. So it's like in the back corner there. Okay. Okay, let's just look at it from like this point of view. In the back of one of these and on the side. Oh, there it is. Holy shit. Okay, it was on number 1. It wasn't on, there. I figured the way I was standing had to be off. So it must be this one then. The other one. Let me tell you something. If I wasn't recording these, I would not be doing these. The game would have been... I would just went to the end. I'm not... I hate these. The ones where I just gotta run around and find the fucking levers and other stuff. I just can't stand it anymore. Tested my patience too long. Too much running. Nothing happening. Oh. One of these I don't need. I know it wasn't inside of here. I remember it being on the outside. But it's cool that I can get back here. I never went around here. And yes, I know I probably could have done the stars as I went, but I really wasn't looking forward to running around either way, so that's why I put it off. So I enjoyed myself with the puzzles, now I suffer for the stars. Oh, there it is. The last one was down on the bottom. Oh god, which way was it? I gotta look at that again. Okay, so I got that one on the side, which was over there. Basically on the same side down there to the right. I'm losing track of where I'm at because I'm just staring at the wall. I'm gonna back up a second here once I check like one more of these. That would have been a cool place to hide it, but nope, not there. Wait, no, not there either. Okay, maybe I got it wrong. I bet I got the. Is it on the other side that I get it wrong? I'm so confused. I've been here so long trying to get these. It's just like, I'm over it. This is a hand that I already read. This is a puzzle. Well, I checked over there. Let me check on this side then. Against the wall. Okay, going back up and looking at it, I really gotta start taking pictures of these things. Because my memory is garbage anymore. We're trying to look at a picture like that. It has to be in this... It's in this area. So I'm going to start from here, work my way around this little quadrant, and we're going to see if it's here or not. If not, who the hell knows at this point? I give up. Really? Okay. Well, good thing I followed the wall and wasn't paying attention to where I was at, or else I would have missed it.
None may know what came first, error or sin, and yet every choice depends on it.
Whether it is true that Daedalus constructed the giant Talos, or as others say he was the creation of Hephaestus, what we may be certain of is that he was made of bronze and had but one vein, within which flowed a liquid substance like blood, which some claim was quicksilver, and others assert was ichor, such as flows in the veins of the gods. The loss of that liquid caused him to die, as a man dies when he loses his blood. May we not then say that Talos, though created as a machine or a toy, had all the essential properties of a man? He moved of his own volition, he spoke and could be spoken to, had wishes and desires. Indeed, in the tale of the Argonauts, that was the cause of his downfall. If then a machine may have all the properties of a man, and act as a man while driven only by the ingenious plan of its construction and the interaction of its materials according to the principles of nature, then does it not follow that man may also be seen as a machine? This contradicts all the schools of metaphysics. Yet even the most faithful philosopher cannot live without his blood. We begin with the self because that is what determines our existence as individuals. But the self cannot exist without that which surrounds it. The citizen lives within the city, and the city lives within the cosmos. So now we must apply the principle we have discovered to the wider world and ask, if man is like a machine, could it be that the universe is similar in nature? And if so, what follows from that fact? Let us consider the city. What is a city? It is not a gift from the gods, nor the product of nature. Unlike a mountain or a river, it is something that must be built through the deliberate arrangements of material by a mind imposing order on the world. And it is built to serve a purpose. To that end, it has roads and fountains and walls. And to the same end, it has laws and leaders. And though each city is built according to a different plan, all cities must serve their purpose, or they will fall and become ruins. Therefore, we may conclude that a city is also a kind of machine, constructed to improve the life of its citizens. To us who have only just begun this journey of philosophy, the world may seem like a mystery that can never be solved. A great deal has been written since the days of the Seven Sages, but how much of it is truth and how much of it is idle speculation? I've offended many by saying that most philosophy will, as the centuries pass, be discarded as foolishness and superstition. But it is a truth only philosophers fail to see. And yet we cannot abandon reason and conclude that we cannot know anything. Rather, we must accept that the journey towards understanding will be long, and our task is to build a foundation for those who will one day arrive at its destination. What is freedom? Is it merely to be ruled by those who speak one's language or share one's customs? No, that is merely a more convenient servitude. Is it to have no obligations, no loyalties? No, that is not to be free, but to be alone. What of freedom from hunger and thirst? Here we are closer to the truth. For freedom requires life. But one may have all the meat and all the wine in the world and still not be free. The most important freedom of all is the freedom to speak one's mind, to make one's thoughts public without fear, and so participate openly and boldly in democracy. It is the freedom of the dissenter and the gadfly, the rebel and the fool, that is the true measure of whether a city is free. We have of late been told much about what the citizen owes the city. Loyalty, obedience, gratitude. And I will not argue with those who say that without some loyalty to a greater good, a man is little more than a savage. And I will even say that these days there are more savages amongst us than amongst the barbarians, who we call savages out of ignorance and arrogance. But there is another question that we are rarely encouraged to ask. What does the city owe the citizen? What must it offer to earn loyalty, obedience, and gratitude? And if, as we have said, a city is a kind of machine, should a machine that does not fulfill its purpose perhaps be repaired or replaced? The world we see around us may not always be as it appears. Some philosophers have said that we are surrounded by nothingness, merely because air is not visible to the eye. And yet one needs only to observe the wind in the trees, or to plunge one's hand into the clear waters of the Aegean, to see that air has material substance. The same applies to many other forces that shape our lives. That they seem invisible does not mean that they are absent. It only means we have not yet learned how to observe them. And yet, lately I have struggled to understand what I am seeing. This strange, insubstantial island. These machine men. This woman with a fierce voice like an Amazon. Who are they? How did I get here? It is easy to speak of one's principles when the world is at peace, and there is no price to pay for thoughts that stray from what is permitted. But when times grow hard, and even ordinary men are filled with mindless anger, when the face of the enemy is suddenly known to every virtuous citizen, and to question the virtuous is to be likened to Ephialtes, when every hoary old superstition suddenly springs back to life as if it had never been defeated, and all the work of the philosophers seems to have been for naught, then one may discover what one truly believes. I see these beings, these children of a future age, wandering around an island more fantastical than Atlantis itself, looking desperately to find themselves. I reach out to them, but they cannot see me. I speak to them, but I do not know if they can hear me. Am I being punished? Are the gods playing some cruel trick on me? Why can I remember so little? What is this sorrowful voice I hear, whispering such terrible thoughts? I must use what remains of my mind. I must understand. What did it mean in the end to be Straton? To have few friends and many enemies? To write harsh words because it seemed necessary? To pursue the truth at the expense of all else, of family, of love? To pursue that one principle to the point of death? Is that what I was? A life lived against the tides of history, broken, jagged, unrelenting. Not a kind old man beloved of his children and then forgotten, but a thorn, a rock in a shoe, insisting on the truth until it becomes a hideous, frightening thing that cannot be tolerated, even by those who agree with it. Was that a good life? Perhaps for the life of an individual citizen to be good, first the city itself must be good. Perhaps even the cosmos itself must first be made better, before such a thing as a good life is truly possible. These insubstantial creatures that walk through my thoughts, Perhaps they can live that life. They are, after all, human beings, like myself. This much I have understood. Is that why they have summoned me? Can I somehow bring them into this world? Make them real? Or am I? No. I have considered the visions that have plagued me on this strange journey. This insubstantial pageant all around me. And I have asked myself, is this Hades? Are these the Blessed Isles? For I never believed that such things existed, except as made by the hands of the living. The conclusion I have come to frightens me. But I must face it. It is not this island that is insubstantial, but I. Straton of Stagira is dead. He has been dead for many ages of the world. I am a ghost. A flicker of memory, soon to be extinguished. And yet, I am pleased. Perhaps I did not live a good life, but I lived a necessary one. I am gone, but humankind abides, and the flame of Prometheus still burns. In its bright light, I will rest easy, knowing that my work is